to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. We're here with Tech Life Weekly. This is where you can find information about tech that will help you run your business easier. Oh my gosh, today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, AI technician, instructor. I don't know what to call her, but she's the woman when it comes to AI. She has been running these fabulous workshops. You got to lean in and find out when they're going to happen. In the meantime, I want you to know she is our tech diva. I'm Tara Lena from California Cover Ups. We're the Biz Chicks, and welcome to Tech Life Weekly. Fran, what do you have for us today? We usually like to start with history. So what's up with that?
Yep, I got some tech history for us.
All right.
So we're going to talk about some Black people in tech history, and today's focus will be Joe Thompson. Joe Thompson was one of the first operators and programmers of MIT's Whirlwind computer in 1951, one of the earliest real-time digital computers. The Computer History Museum says he was among the first operators of Whirlwind, the first Black employee in Whirlwind's early years, and later worked on SAGE, S-A-G-E, a system that helped pioneer networking, interactive computing, and large-scale software development.
I like it.
All right, so let's talk about some tech history. April 13th, 1970, Apollo 13 suffers an oxygen tank explosion. Apollo 13's oxygen tank explosion turned a moon mission into one of NASA's most famous recovery efforts. It became a major lesson in problem solving, engineering, and how technology can help people survive under pressure. Yes, that is a necessary thing. April 14th, 1981, Space Shuttle Columbia lands successfully. The first test flight of Space Shuttle Columbia ended with a successful landing in California. This marked a major step in reusable space travel. April 15th, 1977, the West Coast Computer Fair helps launch the PC industry. The first West Coast Computer Fair introduced many people to the Apple II and helped push personal computers into the mainstream. This was one of the moments that helped more computers that helped move computers from specialists into everyday life and business. I'm gonna put a pin right there. That is what's happening with AI. AI is moving from the specialists and the coders and the engineers to everyday people.
All right.
And everybody needs to learn it.
Yes.
Okay. So April 16th, 1977, Apple II and Commodore PET are introduced. The Apple II and Commodore PET were introduced on the same day. These machines helped show that computers could become useful tools for homes, schools, and businesses, not just large institutions.
What year was that?
1977. April 17th, 1967, Surveyor 3 launches to the moon. Surveyor 3 became the second U.S. spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon and sent back thousands of images. It helped scientists better understand the lunar surface. And so we're going to now talk about some tech making history this week. April 14th, 2026, AI companies are running into a compute crunch. TechBrew reported that OpenAI and Anthropic expect to spend nearly $65 billion combined in 2026 to train and run their AI models.
Wow.
Here's why that matters. AI
Okay.
is powerful, but it is also expensive to operate. For
Mhm.
business owners, this means AI pricing, limits, and availability may keep changing. For consumers, it means more restricted or more expensive.
Mm.
April 15th, 2026, some advanced AI tools are being released more carefully. TechBrew reported that OpenAI is limiting access to GPT 5.4 Cyber. And let me do
What
something real quick here because I'm getting notifications. I'm like, that's not supposed to be happening. Okay. It reported that it's limiting access to GPT 5.4 Cyber to vetted vendors and researchers. That is a sign that companies are becoming more cautious with powerful AI systems. For regular users, this means not every AI tool will be released to the public right away.
Mm.
For businesses, it means the strongest tools may sometimes come through controlled programs first.
Oh, this to me, this is this is like shutting the barn door after the horse is out. It's like, really? Okay, now
Well,
we got some controls about who gets it and who doesn't get it.
well, they see. We've been the model that came out, ChatGPT 2, when it came out in 2019.
Mhm.
That was the tame model. They didn't put out the heavy duty stuff to the public,
Mhm.
which is a good thing.
Okay, because it's already the Wild West out there.
This is good. So, April 16th, 2026, all AI work tools are getting better at everyday tasks.
Okay.
TechBrew reported that Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.7 improved on multi step coding, image handling, and creating cleaner outputs for slides, documents, and interfaces. For non technical business owners, that means because AI is moving closer to being a practical assistant for writing, organizing, planning, and content creation, not just for chatbot questions. And we use it for all of those things, not necessarily Claude, but we use it for all of those things. And
We
it
do.
needs to be where it's usable for your everyday workload. So it's supposed to
Mhm.
help you get your work done faster, more efficiently. So, in consumer tech this week, AI is changing how people shop. One of the clearest consumer
Mm.
tech stories this week is that people are increasingly using AI to help discover products and make buying decisions. TechCrunch reporting on retail traffic shows that AI is becoming a real shopping pathway, not just an experiment. That means everyday buyers will likely rely more on chat-based shopping help, product recommendations, and AI summaries before they spend money.
Yes.
You're asking questions. Well, does it do this? Does it do that? Instead of like, well, you buy it and let's see, and then you buy it and then try it. No, now you get to ask questions and find out, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's going to fit for what I want. So you can make that decision prior to clicking the buy button.
And you can make comparisons easier. You
Right.
know how you want to, what are the other companies or whatever that provide this service or this product, and how do they compare, and have it do a side by side.
Yes, and I did that when I was looking to purchase uh, voice um, a voice note taking system.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I asked it. I said, "Well, what's the difference between this note taking and the other note taking? Give me the comparison." And it did. It broke it down. And then because I had already set my AI up, it knew me. It said,
Hmm.
"For you and the work that you do, this one seems to be the best for you."
I love it.
That's what I said. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Um, okay. Big tech is moving toward more guided AI experiences. TLDR's coverage this week focused heavily on AI assistants, coding agents, and coordination tools, which is another sign that tech companies are building systems that do more of the work for the user. Even if someone is not tech savvy, they will feel this shift through simpler interfaces, more automation, and tools that try to complete tasks instead of answering questions. And I did an experiment that I'm still working on. I went in and asked in agent mode in ChatGPT and said, okay, I need you to clear up my inbox.
Mm-hmm.
And it went through and asked me, okay, which things do you want to keep and what don't you want to keep? And all of the, repetitive stuff, junk mail and all of that, it went in there and cleaned it up. Normally I would have to go in and click boxes. And
Absolutely.
I didn't
So
have to
you
do
mean,
that.
well, that's a whole nother conversation. Go ahead.
No, you can.
You mean I can just tell Bill to go in there and fix it?
Yes, you have to put him in agent mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to give him access to your email account because it has to log in to
fix it,
to be able to clear up the email.
It needs access. Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that afterwards because I was like, oh, this is genius for me. So the takeaway here is that people do not need to understand every technical detail. They need to know what is changing and why that matters. So this week is simple. Technology is becoming more usable, more automated, and more involved in everyday decision. And this affects how people shop, how businesses market, how work gets done, and how fast change shows up in normal life. And that's your week in tech history.
Oh my gosh. You got me with that last one about the cleaning up the email.
and I'm when I look for how tech can work or how AI can work, I'm trying to use it for me. Simple. Don't give me how to code the thing and what's happening in the back. Can you just do this?
And don't give me a whole 6-month course before I can implement. I need to be able to go in there, learn it, and apply it. And this is what adult learners do.
Right.
We come with a end in mind and a purpose for sitting there learning something.
And that's how everything should come to pass. We shouldn't have to do.
We shouldn't have to go back to school every 5 minutes and take a 6-month course. We do have to be lifetime learners.
Right. And the people teaching should make it easy to understand and easy to apply.
Stop complicating crap and drawing it out.
Yes, that is why we started with BizChicks, is because stuff is complicated and it don't need to be complicated. AI does not need to be complicated.
And having people come back every week to learn the same thing over again. Come on, that you could have taught us in a 2-hour session.
Yeah, oh my God. And that's why we do what we do, to make tech easier.
We feel your pain.
To understand. Easier to understand.
Indeed. Okay, well, I'm going to, if you'll allow me, I'm going to talk real quick about this and then we're going to move on.
Okay, because I have TJ stories.
Oh, do you want to do her stories first?
I'm here, so let's do them. So this is social media news this week. And this is from Terry Johnson, our social media strategist. Starbucks launches a beta app in ChatGPT. Starbucks is rolling out a new AI-powered feature in ChatGPT that suggests drinks based on your mood.
Say what?
Cravings, or even a photo.
Stop.
The company
a photo of what? Of a drink or a photo of you?
We're gonna find out. The company just launched the beta Starbucks app in ChatGPT, which according to Starbucks is meant to help people discover drinks based on their mood, cravings, or even a photo. You can describe the kind of drink you want, share the vibe you're going for, and then customize and start an order in ChatGPT before finishing checkout in the Starbucks app or on starbucks.com. To use the beta app, customers need to enable the Starbucks app through ChatGPT's app directory and then enter a prompt on the chatbot that includes at Starbucks. Users can prompt at Starbucks with requests like something bright to start my morning or an afternoon boost that isn't too sweet. While they can customize their orders and even select what locations to order from, consumers will need to complete their order on the Starbucks app or website. Over the past year, one thing has become clear: customers aren't always starting with a menu. Paul Radell, Starbucks Senior Vice President of Digital and Loyalty, said in a statement, they're starting with the feeling. We wanted to meet customers right in that moment of inspiration and make it easier than ever to find a drink that fits. Drink discovery is important for winning over Gen Z consumers who have shown more of an affinity for unique beverages at U.S. restaurant chains than members of older generations. Other consumer companies have also been partnering with OpenAI to boost sales. Walmart, Etsy, Booking.com are among the big names that are testing shopping and purchasing through ChatGPT's interface. You're muted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I had muted myself. I didn't know that there was a chat app directory.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I can see well, this is a great marketing tool because if you're going through the drive-through and you just got engaged and you feel, oh, I'm feeling brighty, and you and they come up and they sell you a pink drink or they sell you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You can order that and then you can just pick it up when you get there.
Yes, but you know, we love to be on the social media. I'm at Starbucks and I'm just going to order this and see what they come up with because this is how I'm feeling today. I got a promotion yesterday or whatever. You know what I mean?
And that happens because these you can shop from ChatGPT, which means ChatGPT now becomes the major app on your phone. It's the thing that you pick up and you go in and you say, okay, I want to buy a da 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 da. You can do all of that right within the app. And a lot of people are bypassing Siri or whatever else and going straight to ChatGPT. You can ask it questions. You can like we talked about earlier, do agent mode. Like we talked about before, you can, it's connected to your calendar. It connects to your Starbucks app. It can connect to a lot of different things. And we can do a class on that if we ever need to. But it is right here in your hand. You don't have to have the desktop
I want to
version.
do a class on how to connect your shop to ChatGPT, how to list it or whatever you do. How do we?
Yep,
How
you
do
can
you?
do that.
How do you connect into that opportunity?
Right. And it would be if you have Etsy, Shopify, or some other things, ChatGPT will connect to them. They are connected to a lot of different, let me see if
Mm-hmm.
I can see what the list is. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh. So if I go down here and I
Probably
go to,
Pinterest or
yeah, I would have to go into my settings and do a connection. Let me go here and settings. And then you can, let's see, data controls.
Okay, well, while friends checking on that, I want to remind you guys that BizChicks, we have a service here called Hidden Revenue Recovery. We will help you by doing a deep dive into your business and showing you where you have money that is available to you through your business that you're not tapping into right now. So if you look above me, you'll see the QR code. You can come in and book an appointment, and we would love to set up an exploration for you, excuse me, to help you find a treasure that's hidden in your business. In addition to that, I want to share with you the what would you call it? The report that I came up with shortly about what's going on with robotics in the field of tech and medicine. So, Fran, did you want to continue, or should I go to that real quick?
Go ahead to that real quick. I don't know what happened. My system just shut down. I was like,
yep,
what?
And it kicked you out too. You froze and it kicked you out.
What is
yeah,
this?
But that's because we're live, folks. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go here. I'm going to share this, and I want to talk to you about what's going on with medicine and robotics. They have come up with at MIT a worm-like robot made to go through your brain and relieve it from things that may be causing stroke. I just find this whole thing phenomenal. So what's happening now is, go here. Why is it not moving? Okay, there it goes. Here's the problem it solves. You know, when you have a stroke, there are blood clots in your brain. And time matters when you're in this situation, because every minute during a stroke, approximately 1.9 million neurons are lost. So stroke is actually the leading cause of death and disability worldwide. So being able to have something that can navigate through these cerebral vascular channels can dramatically improve the outcome for patients and survival rates. So with that, let's talk about it. What is this worm-like robot? It was developed by researchers at MIT. I love MIT. The robot is like a thread device, and roughly it's the diameter, are you ready for this, of a human hair. And it's made from a flexible gel core embedded with magnetic particles, allowing it to steer through your brain, and it can be steered remotely using external magnetic fields. No incisions required beyond the small entry point to get it started through the, what would you call it, vascular neural pathway. So here's how it works. You insert the thread, you guide it with a magnet. Does anybody remember those magnet boards we used to make the faces and put the beard on the little face and stuff with a little magnet? You navigate to the target area, you deliver the treatment. That might be some kind of clot dissolving medication. It could be just be able to thread through, but it's steered largely by a large external magnet. So this allows them to go through all of these winding pathways with precision, reaching targets that conventional catheters cannot safely access. And those conventional catheters may be damaging things when it's going through because it was so much wider than the size of a piece of hair. So in some cases, it could do damage to the walls of these different veins that are running through your neural pathways. So here's some of the key innovations behind the design. The magnetic steering. So it's done from the outside because the embedded magnetic particles respond to extreme magnetic, enabling real-time directional control without physical manipulation inside the skull. I like that. Then what they did was they put the slippery gel on the outside of the surface to reduce friction. So when it's going through your vascular walls, it minimizes the risk of damage as the robot navigates tight curves in there. And then the innovation of the hair-thin diameter. The thread matches the scale of cerebral blood vessels, which are very tiny, making it capable of reaching deep regions inaccessible to traditional surgical tools. So, if you want to watch the robot in action, I'll put the link in the chat. But I'm not going to go there. It's a 2-minute video, and so you can watch it, and they have loaded it up on YouTube also. So here we go. I want you to know that it's actually been tested on a brain replica. The MIT team tested the robot on a life-size silicone replica of the human brain vascular system filled with fluid mimicking, the thickness of blood, so that it simulates how it would respond in a real life situation. So the thread was able to successfully be navigated through complex curves, proving it's a real world viability before any human trials. It's navigated those tight curves without damage, maintain steering accuracy at depth, and perform consistently in fluid-filled environments. Here are the potential clinical applications. Treatment for stroke, because it rapidly navigates to and clear blood clots, blocking cerebral arteries and restoring blood flow before irreversible damage occurs. It can do some aneurysm repair, because it delivers coils to other sealing agents directly to a brain aneurysm site with unprecedented precision and minimal trauma. Then it's able to also deliver drug to the area because it transports that directly to the tumor sites or damaged tissues deep within the brain, bypassing the blood-brain barrier challenge. Meaning, a lot of times they were unable to reach the area because it was obstructed by the blood barriers that had set up clots. So we know that there is a pathway before it can eventually be used in real life settings. So it's still in early research stages. The technology presents a credible path towards transforming how surgeons treat life-threatening brain conditions. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a new era in brain surgery. MIT's worm-like magnetic robot thread is more than a clever gadget. It's a potential paradigm shift in neurosurgery by combining soft robotics, magnetic control, and biocapable materials. Researchers are inching closer to a future where the most dangerous brain emergencies can be treated swiftly, safely, and with minimal invasion. So the nature of neurosurgery may be guided not by a surgeon's hand, but by a magnetic field. So I'm just excited about it. And if you want to read the whole story, you can read it over there. But I don't know, can you guys see this graphic?
I can see the graphic, but if you put the link in the private chat, I will put it out as a comment.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this. And I'm going to
if you just copy the link and put it in the comments.
I will, but I want to share this one screen here. So you can see it actually wiggle through. Can you see that where it's actually moving through?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works. And there'll be a gigantic magnet on the outside. This means that the surgeon doesn't even have to travel to the state or the hospital, because there are very few people who have the ability to do this kind of surgery. They will be able to do this from remote sites. And I think that it's going to be such a basic maneuver that they'll be able to train technicians so that you won't have to have the surgeon do it, because it's a matter of operating the magnetic field.
Correct.
So that's what I wanted to share with you. I thought that I think that's phenomenal, and it's a good use of robotics. And I love the way that they were able to combine this different knowledge. Oh, it needs to be more slippery. We need to embed magnetics into it so that we don't have to go in there and guide this thing through people's brains. So I'm excited about it. And they say it should be available within the next 10 years or so. And the number of people who need it, it's one of the major reasons for people's death on a universal level, on a global level. And to know that there is something already developed that will eventually help with this brings joy to my heart. So that's what I wanted to share with you today.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And for everybody watching live and on the replay, that is our program for today. TJ and Dr. Tachi are out on assignment, so we look forward to seeing you next week. If you have anything that you'd like to know more about, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can join the Biz Chicks by going to bizchicks.net, or going to bizchicks.net. We have a program that's going on now where it's called Hidden Revenue Recovery, and we can help you find money that may be in your business and you just don't see it. You can scan that QR code up at the top. And we want to say thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. And we're going to let you have the rest of your weekend. So make it a good experience. Go out and have some fun, get some rest, go play. And we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great one.